Okay, guys, today we are going to be working on a foldable. We've started our focus area, which is comparing and ordering rational numbers. This is our first objective one. So we are going to begin here, and you should have the paper already received from your teacher, or it should be in your binder, whichever you have. And what it is, it's a foldable. When you receive it, it probably looks like this, okay? But what's going to happen is you're going to put this piece on top, like this, and then you fold it, like this. Perfect? Okay? And we are going to talk about integers, positive and negative, and of course zero, which you have actually done projects already on these, so you should be pretty familiar with these, with integers. We're going to talk about absolute value, which you also have discussed in class already, and a number line. So this should really just be kind of a review for you, so we're going to quickly go over the notes and fill out some information that you need to be successful in this objective. So let's start with integers, okay, and that's where this begins right here. And just so you know, integers, if you don't already know this, are all the positive and negative whole numbers and zero. So integers are positive and negative whole numbers and zero. For example, let me give you an example. You have -3, -2, -1, 0 of course, 1, 2, and 3. Those are examples of integers, okay? An integer, a positive integer is greater than 0, correct? Because when you have your number line, it's on the right side, which would be greater than 0. And negative integers, well, if positive or greater, then negative would be less than 0, and are the same distance from 0 on the number line, okay? So either way, greater than or less than, whatever number is the exact same distance going both ways. I hope you understand that. You might use integers when using temperature, which you've actually experienced that already. Also, you've seen it using sea level, finance, and of course, scoring games. You always can have negative points taken away and positive and stuff like that. Let's go back over here to your definition where it says an integer that is neither, so neither positive nor negative would of course be 0. An integer that is neither positive nor negative is 0. Okay? So, let me add that here. Let's put that right here. There you go. Put that right there, like that. Perfect. Okay. So, over here it says -4 is the opposite of 4, and both are what? Well, we just talked about it. They are the exact same distance. So, exactly 4 spaces from 0. So -4 and 4 are exactly 4 spaces from 0. So for example, if I was to plot it 1, 2, 3, 4, that's +4. And if I do -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is a negative integer, but it's still the same distance this way as it is this way. This is 4 spaces and this is 4 spaces. Okay? So it says here, list integers above on the number line. Well, I just drew it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll skip that part right there. And now we are going to move down to absolute value. Okay, so let's talk about what absolute value is first. The absolute value of a number is the distance of a number from 0 on the number line regardless of direction. Okay, so it's going to kind of be like what we were talking about here. No matter the direction, it is the distance from 0 to the number on the number line. So this right here would be our absolute value. It's 4 on the negative side and it's 4 on the positive side. Okay? Absolute value is represented by the absolute value bars. Okay, guys, you will always see absolute value written with little bars like this. Okay? An example like 4. That's absolute value. Okay? Absolute value will never, make sure you understand this, guys, never be negative. And the reason why is because you don't have negative distance. Okay? So here, when it's the distance from 0 to -4, it's not -4 because the distance is the spots that I'm moving, the spaces. And I moved 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the distance. So that is what, it'll always be positive. It'll never be negative. Okay? So let's do a couple examples. So right there it says, what is the absolute value of 8? Well, the absolute value of 8 is 8. And the absolute value of -8 would still be 8. Okay? Because you remember, we cannot have a negative, and it's the same distance from 0 either way. And if you wanted to confirm that, you could draw yourself a little number line. Put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is -8, and this is 8. Either way, it is the same distance from 0 to that number. Okay? Alright, so let's go on to the next one. Our next definition is, of course, a number line, guys. There are 2 types of number lines. You've probably seen them but didn't understand how they worked, okay? So, when moving to the right, okay, let's take a break. Hold on. So first, let's come back here. This going this way is horizontal. Okay, so I want to make sure we understand this. This is horizontal. Okay, make sure you write this down. Now, this line is vertical. Okay, and think of it like this, guys. When you're jumping, you have a vertical, correct? So can you jump laying down? No, you jump up. So it is a vertical line, and this is a horizontal line. Now we're going to talk about the way that things move on the lines, okay? So when moving to the right on a horizontal number line, the values increase. So, for example, this would be positive, and they increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on. It goes on for infinity. When moving to the left, the values decrease. So this is getting bigger and this is getting smaller. Think of hotter and colder, okay? When moving up on a vertical number line, the values increase. And when moving down on the values decrease. So If you wanted to write this down, you could. Increase, decrease. And this is positive, negative. Okay, so this would be increase, and this is positive, decrease, and this is negative. Okay, so if you wanted to write that down, you could. Okay, now, again, we're going to review real quick. Integers are positive and negative numbers, including 0. Okay, positive numbers are greater than 0, negative numbers are less than 0. The integer that is neither positive nor negative is always 0. The absolute value of a number line is the distance from 0 to the number on the number line, okay, regardless the direction. And remember, absolute values will never, ever, ever be negative. So if my absolute value was -9, my answer would be 9, okay? We have a horizontal line and a vertical line. Horizontal always increases to the right and decreases to the left because you have positive and negative. Vertical always increases up and decreases down, positive, negative. Alright guys, well it looks like you've completed everything, so you can stop the video and move on to practice time. Good luck!